Hey everyone, welcome to another Monday Morning Starter! Alright, how good is the day, Jack? It's like, if there was better than 10 out of 10, it would be that. So let's get straight into it. This is not the weather report. So think about this. How do you bring things into your world? So how do you bring stuff into the world that you want? And I reckon a lot of people walk around thinking things aren't going to go right for them. Tara, my PA, said the other day, knowing my luck, I'll probably have a crash. Like, why do people think that? And there's definitely a formula to bringing things into your world that you want, 100%. And imagine if you had the ability to almost like magically attract or bring into your world all those things that are going to make your life better. Why do you think things aren't going to go right? Have you ever really thought about it? Because you can give attention to what's not going to go right, or you can give attention to what's going to go right. Here's a formula I want you to think about. So if you want something at the moment, if you really want to change your life, increase your wealth, get a better house, attract a better job, where do you start? Like, how do you do it? Here you go. Your attention has to go somewhere. So all day, every day, we're giving our attention to something. We're giving our attention to this, we're giving our attention to the kids, we're giving our attention to work, we're looking at whatever. Attention is coming out of your eyes and your mind like that, like an energy source, directed. That's what attention is. You've got to think about what you're actually giving attention to. So you've got your energy moving into an area, onto a thing, and it's invisible sometimes. So let's say you want a brand new car, and you don't exactly know how to get it, but you know what it looks like. So you think about the car, you're giving attention to that. Then I want to ask you, what's your expectation like? Do you expect to get that? Because sometimes people want something, but really deep down they're thinking it's too hard. How am I supposed to afford that? Do I even deserve that? Like, they've got this thing, like this undercurrent of expectation which you can't see. It's almost like your subconscious mind. So your attention goes onto something, but do you really believe that it's going to come? It's an important thing because you have to train expectation. You will only ever get what you expect. I expect to do really, really well at what I do. I expect it. And I train myself to go there. I wasn't born like that. I expect my life to go so well that I'm going to end up exactly where I want to be. So if you want something, pick something that you desire, think about, and the way to understand expectation is listen to the voice underneath it. So when you say, I want that, what's the next thing that comes up in your stomach here? Is it, I'll never get that, I'm not good enough to get that, I can't afford that, it's too expensive? Or is it, I'm excited, I'm pumped, it's coming, it's on its way, I am good enough to get it, I am good enough to be that person to bring that into my world. Think about what your expectation is, because without expectation, your attention has no power. Attention, expectation, emotion. So your emotion is the pulling power. The better you feel, the better things go. You feel really, really good, almost like you're on a natural high where you're buzzing. You ever felt like that? Like things are so good in your life, you're almost buzzing. That's the zone you want to get to, and that's the zone you want to be in every day if you can. You're never going to stay there all the time. But your emotions are pulling what you want and what you expect into your world. And you can sort of feel your way through this thing. And you watch what happens. It's like the floodgates open when you're feeling really, really good. So the question is, why don't you feel good all the time? When you're worried or you doubt things, or you're not feeling that great, or you're angry, you're stressed or whatever. Stress is an interesting one. When you're feeling really stressed with the pressures of life, you're actually out of the zone. When you feel overwhelmed with life, you're out of the zone. that thing that you're visualizing where you've put your attention onto won't find you. It'll be a really long journey to get there if you're ever going to get there at all, because it'll stay away from you. When you're feeling great, it's like you open the gate and you call it in. That's what it's like. All the energy that you're putting out through your attention and your expectation, which you're calling back in, now you're pulling it with the good feeling emotions. You're pulling it. And then you just got to attract it. And the way to attract it is to consistently give focus to what you want and hold that vibrational set point continuously. I was talking to someone today about how long it took me to become #1 in McGrath. 15 years. But I can tell you, every single day I followed that formula. Every single day. I know you've probably heard that before, but it's a big feat coming from the area that I came from. It was a huge thing for me to achieve. And for year after year after year after year, to hold that constant vibration, I could feel it growing inside of me. Attention, expectation, emotion, I've got to feel good about it. Emotion, pumped, I'm going to get there. Attraction, keep that steady focus coming. If you can follow that simple formula and hold it, here's the trick, here's the thing. You've got to forget time. You must forget time. Don't be in a rush. Don't worry about when it's going to come. You do your part. You can't control the time in which it comes. It will come when you are in vibrational harmony with what the thing is. So the bigger the goal, the more you have to change inside. You know, sometimes when people go, oh, I was just thinking about you this morning, you rang. That's an exact thing. You're thinking about the person, bit of attention, you expect them to call, possibly, or you're just thinking nicely about them, and they call. Weirdest thing. But when we want something that we feel is bigger, like it's a bit of a stretch, just let time work and forget about how long it's going to take. You work on you. You can only control you. You can totally control your energy. You can totally control what you give attention to. You can totally train and control your expectation. You can 100% control the way you feel, your emotions, and then you just got to keep it steady. Keep it steady on that course. And over time, you will learn the art of attraction. And it's going to come. Things are going to come, and you'll see them one after the others come into your world, slowly and surely, and you'll see that it's not that difficult. You just got to let time do its thing. We get impatient and we lose interest, we don't hold focus, we forget about it, life takes over, we get worried about finances. Here's something else. If you're worried about your finances, you're never going to fix them. You've got to find a place of ease. If you can find a place of ease and apply this formula over and over again, you will start to see wealth start to pour into your life over time. Time is none of your business. The control of everything you're putting out there and pulling it back into you is totally your business. Become a master of attraction energy. Follow this formula, simple formula, and make it a part of everything that you do, and you will become so sensitive and so pumped about what you've got the ability to create that you'll never worry about anything again. You know it's going to come because you're in total control of the outcome. You're driving this bus, you're driving this thing, every single thing in your life, you're actually calling into it. So just call great things that you want and your life will change. See you on the next video.